I'm requesting everyone to kindly take seat. We'll start the next session. Everyone, I request President Bar Association of India, Mr. Prashant Kumar, the learned Attorney General for India, Mr. R. Venkatramani, Vice President of Bar Association of India, Mr. Uday Prakash Waranjikar, and Treasurer Bar Association of India, Mr. Jaswant Singh Maratha, to kindly come to the dais. After 2 days of intense discussion on the new criminal laws, 3 criminal laws that are going to come to effect on 1st of July, we have finally come to the last session of the Rule of Law Convention 2024, and we end with a celebratory note by having the Lawyers of India Day celebration combined with the Rule of Law Convention. But before we start with the celebration, I would request Mr. Warunjika, Vice President BAI, to please come and share his views and sum up as to what all we discussed in the last 2 days on the new criminal laws. Mr. Warunjika, please.
Honorable AG Sir, the President of our association, other dignitaries on the dais, off the dais. We are at the fag end of this entire academic exercise. We are aware that the Bar Association of India is known in the entire world for this academic exercises. We lawyers are student and we practice the law, and therefore these academic exercises are must for everybody. The process of learning is a continuous one, and if on 1st of July 3 new legislations are going to change our life, the life of a litigant, life of the judges, life of the investigators, life of the lawyers, maybe a special counsel, maybe a defense counsel, maybe in whatever capacity. If our life is going to be changed, then everyone was expected to be more attentive. And of course, in all these 3 sessions, large number of delegates who came here from entire country, they participated, they deliberated on different topics. To begin with, the first inaugural session is concerned, the introductory remarks were given by our Honorary Secretary General, Amarjit Singh Bedi. Prashant Kumar, our President, gave a presidential address, and the Honorable Judge of the Supreme Court, Justice Amanullah, he gave delivered his inaugural address. Now the President-elect also guided us in the inaugural session. After that inaugural session was over, the first session started. In the first session, we were having different speakers. Senior advocate from Mumbai, Amit Desai, came and he shared his different thoughts which were never considered by all of us. The offenses with reference to all those technological issues, the offenses which can be called as the taxational angle or commercial angle offenses, and what will be the changes which are likely to be faced by all of us, and what will be the challenges before all of us. He presented his thought. The member of parliament Sujit Kumar, he was another speaker who was a member of the committee to whom these bills were referred. He also gave a different insight and pointed out his personal views on different objects, different objections which were raised by him. We were also guided by Siddhartha Dave, the learned senior advocate who is having a vast practice. He pointed out with reference to the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita what were the actual issues which we will have to consider. Dr. Anandita Pujari, our one of the vice president, she also shared that now it's a time for celebration, because she proudly said and shared with us that she was a party as a lawyer in different judgments which were implemented by the government. Of course, she also added that now the time has come to fight with reference to the other recommendations which were made by the Honorable Supreme Court of India. There was a second session today morning. The second technical session was with reference to Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita. The chair was our one of the vice president and the president of the Law Asia, Sham Diwan. And in his usual style, by taking assistance of the artificial intelligence, he translated the word cricket and virtually raised several questions with reference to the wording which were used in this new enactment. The additional Solicitor General Vikramjit Banerjee, he also raised several questions before us and shared his insight. B.V. Acharya, the senior advocate, maybe perhaps the senior most in the entire this 2 days conference, Rule of Law Convention, he also shared his personal views. He also shared experience which was worth taking some notes from the case which has been conducted by him with reference to the Jayalalitha case. Senior advocate and the former judge of Delhi High Court, Mukta Gupta, she also shared different thoughts. She was also positive and she shared different angles which were never thought by a common lawyer as such. There was one Dr. Kumar Akshand Pandey, associate professor from the university. He also shared his input with us. The session coordinator was Srinivas from Hyderabad, who handled this entire session very nicely. The last session was prior to lunch. That was about the Bharatiya Sakshya Adhiniyam. And Jaideep Gupta, the senior advocate and the vice president, he was in the chair. He gave a free hand to the session coordinator Pravartak Pathak, one of our member. Aditya Sondi, a senior lawyer from the Bangalore, he came, he shared his different insight with us. Then Jana Kothari, senior advocate from Delhi, she was there. Our own one of the vice president, Yakesh Anand, he also guided all of us with his valuable input, and he was positive, saying that there is a silver lining to the entire situation. Then the last speaker was Dr. Gandhi from Hyderabad, and we have seen that in the lunch hours he was having a very high demand, because the thoughts which he shared, of course we could not give him sufficient time for this from this dais, but I am sure there will be many more occasions to meet Dr. Gandhi and understand the new challenges with reference to the evidence which is going to come. Having very limited time now, it's a conclusion. These 3 technical sessions which were there, these are the opportunities for all of us. The opportunity to introspect, opportunity to learn something. See, ultimately we all are student of law. And why we are coming for such conferences, such a rule of law convention? Because we can take something back to our home, back to our district, back to our respective bars. And I'm sure this particular exercise will not be a sole exercise which we have done so far. Very soon, this will be replicated in different parts of the entire country with a collaborative approach, as pointed out by our President Prashant Kumar yesterday. With this, I conclude my introductory remark. Thank you.
I now request our President, Mr. Prashant Kumar, to tell us something about the way forward, because during all these sessions, in the question and answer session especially, there was a demand as to what next. Now the laws are going to, get effected. What next? What should the Bar Association do about it? So, Mr. Prashant Kumar.
Thank you, Sanhita, and good afternoon and welcome everyone, Attorney General, my colleagues, and especially the awardees from the Lawyers of India Day. We had 3 very intense sessions in which these new legislations were dissected, what the new things these are bringing on table was highlighted and brought forward, and also various wrinkles and various concerns which are there in any new legislation which comes. But at the same time, the view which emerged was that these are very, very fundamental laws and they have been entirely recrafted. So there are other laws like arbitration, this thing in which we can go forward with the implementation of laws, and then the courts, the lawyers, the legislature works it out. These are worked out in practice, and all these conundrums, other things are removed. But when it comes to very fundamental set of criminal laws, both procedure, both the penal provisions and the evidence, what approach should be taken? Can we learn on the go? Because that learning will come at the expense of the excuse, at the expense of the human rights. So whether a thing which can work in the arena of commercial laws can work in these kind of fundamental laws. So one of the broad thinking is that let us put together all these concerns, and now elections are coming, so it won't serve any purpose to present it right away, because unless until a new dispensation comes where responsible people are identifiable, we can start a dialogue and present something. So we will do this formulation aspect in the meanwhile. And one of the strong concerns which we are going to express is that the implementation date can be put forward in future, not July 1, which is there. And the governments have been considering such kind of demands, including even in industry demand that whether a stage of fuel is to be implemented in 2024 or 2026. So when the fate of citizens is so much affected by these kinds of law, we are very hopeful that we can begin by persuading the new dispensation to give all the stakeholders time. Citizens, lawyers, judges, prosecutors, investigators. But we will do it with due contemplation. We will keep on this process of dialogue within the legal community. We will have views from other stakeholders, from academics, like from forensic science, from the investigation part, so that when we provide this formulation, that is itself very well formed. And if the charge against the legislation is it has been done in a hurry, we should not hurry as well in our response and make it well founded. So this is the way forward we are looking. And in the meanwhile, because one of the strong emphasis is on the digital evidence and other things, the Bar Association of India, in collaboration with the Academy being launched by Truth Labs, in a non-profit manner, we are going to collaborate and launch the courses, short courses and seminars on the technical aspects of forensic science and the aspect of forensic science as a preemptive measure. One that, it comes in defense when the whole process of trial is there and, accused has suffered for the long time. How can we devise in the court rules, in other things, a system of using preemptive forensics so that, injustice can be prevented, legal process and trial, whole process can be speeded up. So this is another area on which we have to apply our mind, deliberate amongst ourselves before making any further recommendations. So friends, this is largely the way forward, and I think today, if the House agrees, we will just have a short resolution on these lines drafted. We'll share it on email with all of you, but the sense of the resolution I have already given to you. If you say that this kind of resolution we can have, so please give your. Thank you.